All right, before we get started, I want to make a quick announcement here that I'm pretty excited about. I'm doing my first official giveaway on the channel. I'm going to be giving away a brand new set of iBox springs. That'll either be the Sport line or the Pro Kit. I'll let you choose which one you would prefer to have on your car. But all you need to do to enter is by clicking on the link that I have here in the description. This is the front and the back of the Trigger Society shirt. Every dollar that you spend will count as an entry. So a $25 shirt counts as 25 entries. If you decided to get that along with any other shirt on the site, like this one here, it'll be double the entries, and it goes until September 15th. And this is the thing about a giveaway like on a small channel like mine. I'm not a huge channel by any means. So by you picking up a shirt or two shirts and getting twice the amount of entries, your chances of picking up a $350 set of springs when you spend $25 or two shirts, you know, for twice that amount, your chances are going to be a lot greater on a smaller channel like mine. So by clicking on the link, pick yourself up a shirt or two for twice the entries, and it goes until September 15th. All right, so welcome back to the channel. Welcome back here to another video. I got James. We're waiting on one more car that's going to be here. We made a road trip down to Mexico. We are going to see, with professional drivers, of course, obviously, we're going to do some 60 rolls with myself, James, and Chris, which we featured Chris in a video a while back with his black, I believe it's a 2020. Talk about some good timing, man.
All right.
Haven't seen you forever, man. How you doing?
Good, brother. I appreciate it.
Good. I'm glad you came out.
Yeah, man.
So this is Chris. We featured him, God, how long ago was that? 6 months ago at least?
Yeah, something like that. So
Chris, it was when I sold the GT500. So no, it was back in March or February.
Yes, sir.
It was back when James and Chris, we were down here in Mexico, and then we did some polls with his car, because it was right after I sold the GT500. I didn't have my S550 yet, and we did some polls. James here wants to get some redemption. That's what he thinks, because his performance pack he thinks should be faster than his base model. Chris here has a base model 2020, right?
Yes.
Have you done anything to it since we had you on your last?
No, sir.
So you still got the factory tune?
Factory tune, factory exhaust, nothing's changed.
So there's nothing, and it's the 10 or 80, right?
Yes.
Okay, so all three of us are on the same playing field. We all have 10 or 80s. The only difference is with his performance pack, he's got the active valve exhaust. I just have the Corsa intake and the Corsa Extreme exhaust. And that's about it. Okay, so for race one, I'm going up against here with Chris, and then since there's three cars and only two lanes, whoever, did you want to ride with me or with Chris?
I'll ride with him.
All right, so then he'll be the camera guy, he'll hold the other camera. So we'll go down the road, flip around, do another poll if there's any room, if we have space, and then we'll come back here to our spot here in Mexico, cool down a little bit, and we'll get two other cars out, flip around, and do round two after that. I got a jump on me. He got a little bit of a jump on me, but I was pulling a little bit on top in there. I should also add too that it is incredibly hot out right now. Right now we're sitting at about 105 and it's 6 o'clock. So the heat does definitely play a factor in this too. So that's why it's nice to kind of take time in between each run, let your shit cool down a little bit. So it is, with as hot as it is here in Texas this time of year, I mean, it'll be like 95 at like 9:30 at night. So it doesn't matter what time of day you do it, it's gonna be hot. You wake up at whichever time you wake up in the morning, that's already 85 out. So this time of year, it's always hot, no matter what time of day it is, but it's significantly hotter now at 6 o'clock in the evening. So that does play a role in this, but for doing, what was that, 3 runs, I think it did pretty damn good. So we're gonna head back and swap out to do round 2. Do you have that in sport mode?
Yes.
You did? Okay. I noticed that run, you did get like a little bit of like a jump on me, and then I could tell like
on the second, was the second?
It was the second one, because the first one I had the car in front of the car here, but it was the second one you got the jump on me. But I was like, I'm pulling, but like,
yeah,
I felt like
every race we had, even if I pulled slightly, you were immediately on me.
I saw that, like I was gaining on you. Like all I have is the course intake and the exhaust on this thing, factory tune. All 3 of us are even playing field. We all have a factory tune, but
that intake makes a difference.
It might, yeah. So all 3 of these are different trims. He has the base model, which his benefit is he should be a little bit lighter than all 3 of us because his cloth seats and all that kind of stuff. I have the premium and then the performance pack. So it goes from light to heaviest.
He has the smallest rear differential, 315s.
Yeah. Oh, he has 315s?
I have 315s in this one, yes.
Okay, and then you had it in sport mode, right? I had mine in sport mode, so it was pretty even. So, but you did have an extra...
It was even till the end, until you started obliterating me.
I mean, like an even playing field, you know. I mean, except for you had...
took me to Gapplebee's and ordered me a mini.
Except you had a passenger. I mean, we can swap it again and put him in my car to see if that makes much of a difference. But
well, I mean, honestly, even weight distribution at this point, with how much you were pulling on the top end, it wouldn't make a difference. His weight wouldn't make that big of a difference. But again, I mean, whatever you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So
I feel like you made the same mistake I did on our first run. Like I just had it in sport mode and I didn't toggle the gears at all.
See, I just kept mine in drive and sport mode.
Had to find the best RPM or gear to put it in.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of the advantage of having mine sport mode.
Yeah.
Is I can toggle which.
Does yours not have toggles?
I have the toggles.
See, I have those too.
Did you mess with yours?
No, I just kept it in drive and said I just hit send. That's all I did. Yeah.
That's what I'm used to.
Also, he has 315 gears, which are basically used for
and
cruising.
we have the same, I believe, right? 355s, right? Yeah.
So,
it's 315s. Is that low?
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for
his
top
RPM
end.
Is going to be lower.
If you go boost, that's good for boost.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, his RPMs are going to be lower. Ish. So the transmission's having to find what's the best gear whenever he punches it.
So I think I want to see the 2 of you go, and I'll ride in whoever's car for that one. James wants to get his
James about to whip my
redemption against. He secretly has a bottle of spray in his trunk too. So, just kidding.
I got windshield wiper fluid in mine.
All right, so we'll do that next. All right, now I'm in Chris's car, riding shotgun in his car. I don't think I've been in your car. The last time we did this, I think I rode with him.
Yeah, you stayed in here because I had my little brother with me.
Yeah, that's right. You did. Dude, get the AC cranked. Yeah. It's hot as balls. So keep the windows up for now, and then So do you got anything mod-wise that you'd like to do here within the next like 6 months on the car?
Honestly, I would like to do the intake like you. That was a really good move.
I like the Corsa because you don't need to tune it. Right. Now, like, people get on me that I got an intake that doesn't need a tune, but when you put the tune on it, you get more horsepower on top of that. But what's nice about it is you put it on, you gain, I don't know, 10, maybe 15, but probably around 10 horsepower without having a tune on it.
Yep.
It is a little bit more responsive, and for like $300 you can't beat it.
Well, I mean, the price alone is great, and then again, to be able to stack, it makes it worth it.
Exactly, for sure. he did the paddle shifting on his, and he felt for what his is, it was more responsive. So are you gonna try the paddles again with that one?
No, I'll try it normally. I'll put it back in sport this time.
Okay. Actually. He's feeling frisky. He's kind of going back and forth between paddle mode and like normal mode. All right, so in that one, you got the jump, but then he was pulling a little bit on you, but you didn't do the paddles this time. It was just you stuck it and drive. Paddle shifting seems to be more responsive.
Yeah, it seems like it's being more aggressive in the gear changes.
Yeah. So maybe the next round, if you do decide to go again, I would stick with the paddles.
Yeah,
for sure. That's what I would do.
Agreed.
All right, so we're gonna head back. He pulls in the top end.
Very hard.
Performance packs, obviously they're the same engine. We have the same gearing, but the performance pack, I feel they just pull harder on the top end. I mean, I pulled on you too a little bit. I mean, I'm not a performance pack, I'm just a premium.
Right.
I don't know. You did get a jump, but I could tell, as you saw there, he did pull quite a bit. So that's crazy.
But 60, you're gone. I have no answer.
Yeah, he pulls harder because I think it's because of his
40,
gearing.
Mine's trying to figure out which gear is best.
Did you just put it in sport mode and stick it and drive and go? Yeah, he had his with the paddle.
That was the only way. That was the only way I could stay in front of you. I was starting
that last one, or the last two. I was paddle shifting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
I was noticing. I was like, man, I'm not catching him if I leave it and drive. Then I started paddle shifting, and I started catching you.
Interesting.
That last one.
Paddle shifting in sport mode?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because the one before the last one, I think we did a 40 roll.
Mm-hmm.
And the transmission was just trying to find the right thing, and you just. And
yeah,
so
it was definitely good. But I tell you what, here's the crown, buddy. Here you go.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
All right, so we're going to let him cool down a little bit, and then James and I haven't gone this afternoon. If you want to go, I'll do the paddling. I didn't paddle with that. I just kept it in sport mode and drive and went. So,
well, the first few times it was just regular, let the transmission do its thing. But then I was like, paddle shifting, you're actually catching.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only way I can even just stay with you, was I had to paddle shift. If I just did normal, I even put it in sport, took traction mode off, you were gone. I was like, what?
Automatic problems. Alright, so to explain the difference between those two runs that I did, the first run, I thought I put it in sport mode and then used the paddles at a 40 roll. For some reason, the car just didn't like that. So then the second run, the one we just did, I just kept it in sport mode and drive and hit my foot to the pedal, sorry, the foot to the floor, and it felt like it was much more responsive by just not messing with the paddles and just keeping it in sport mode and mash the gas. So that was the difference between that, and I could tell it was pulling a little bit more. I was pulling on them, as you can see there, on the top end. So I think for my car, for some reason, it likes that a lot more than using the paddles. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close this one out. I'm glad you're able to come out. We haven't had you out in quite a while, so I'm sure people are getting sick and tired of seeing content with James and I. And then Henry's got his GT500. He's getting tuned on the dyno, so the next video is going to be us at HPP. He's going to throw that on the dyno, see what he's putting down with the factory blower on that. So then hopefully, give him the crown.
Bestow it upon you.
Got
well,
Mm-hmm.
yes. James finally beat him after the first video. I'll put a link to that, or put a card up here to that race, the first time these two guys raced, and he wasn't too happy about the outcome of that one. But on that note, I'm going to close out. If you guys are watching and not subscribed, please do me a favor, hit subscribe, drop a like, comment, all that stuff, and you guys have a good one. James wants to say goodbye. Say goodbye, Chris. Let's have a good one. See ya. Bye.